They stay up all fucking night trying to figure out how to take over what you have worked for, righteously or unrighteously. Their goal is to come up. And unless you have a constituency that is more powerful than those who are against you, your days are numbered. And the more wealth you create in that illusion, the more of danger that you are putting yourself in. Because you drawing the blood with the money and wealth and all that. They see what type of car you driving. The police want to stick you up. So you are drawing them. You are putting the blood out. And the vampires are coming. They're coming. And either you have people with their stakes ready and their silver bullets and their garlic, their holy water. You feel what I'm making? Or you don't. If you don't have the people ready with the stakes and the, you know, the ultraviolet laser beams to get his cracker skin cancer, an overdose of vitamin D, if you don't have that ready for them, the vampires are going to get your stuff. You feel what I'm making? Because that's what they're out there. They are predators. They showed you the movie Predator. They're the real predators. They sit and prey on whatever we build up. And they strategize on how to take it from them to continue to enrich their society. My point being, you cannot be wealthy without having a constituency to protect the wealth from those who are against you. Just because you can protect it from the person who will come and break in your house, that's not your real enemy. He's an opportunist. Your real enemy are people who are sitting in their office that are planning, strategizing. Do you understand the point I'm making? Military warfare, using guerrilla warfare in the community to take down your empire. That's your real enemy. So just because you can protect it from this gang or these drug dealers or these crackheads, that does not mean that you protect it, because you're not more powerful than your enemy, who gonna let you build it up. He gonna let you get it strong as you think you can get it. And as soon as you get it strong, he gonna come and kick in your doors and take everything you have and put it on a police auction and give it to his children as gifts and presents. Everything. Take your gun and use it to shoot your gang members. I said this the other day, and this is really radical. I said that, you know, we believe in the legal system. And the legal system is set up to make us fail. I'll give you an example. They lock somebody up. And they say, well, your bond is $100,000 or $1 million. You got to pay $100,000. Now, why, if you are a criminal and you have really done wrong, why is it an amount of money that you can buy yourself out of jail? The act of evil should be relative to how you can or cannot get out of jail, right? But it really ain't based on an act of evil. It's based upon you escaping, you have an ability to escape, or how much money you have. I'm going to show you why. Why would they say you can get out of jail for $1 million? Or $100,000 or $500,000? Because what they want to do. Number one, they know that if you got $1 million to get out of jail, you probably got a big enough constituency to challenge their power. You got $1 million war chest, right? So if you can raise that type of money, we need to let this nigga go. Because first of all, we can, one, by getting the money from you, we can break your constituency. If they spend $1 million just getting you out, now they don't have the war chest to fight us. You understand the point that I'm making? Because if you don't use your money getting the person out of jail, you can use it with a propaganda strategy. You can use it putting a bounty and putting a hit out on each and every person. You understand the point, Mason? Each and every person that locks you up. You can take that $1 million and split it. Put a $100,000 hit on a judge, a $100,000 hit on a bailiff, a $100,000 hit on a prosecuting attorney, a $100,000 hit on the arresting officer, and a $100,000 bond on the chief and captain of the police station. You understand the point I'm making? Your constituency has the power to do this with that type of money. You have the money to make political power. You got $1 million, you can buy a newspaper and make them print whatever the hell you want them to print to make the world and media think whatever you want them to think about you. So the reason they charge those bonds is so that they can strip your constituency of the economic power to create warfare against them. That's deep. Because now they're saying, you don't have the money to make war with us. We just got you for $1 million. Now all you can do is sit and wait on your court date. So they got you believing and cooperating with the legal system. And now they can definitely railroad you if they want to. Because now, I'll bankrupt your constituency. You spend, and I'm not talking about what you pay for bond. When you get through paying for legal fees and motions, all of your economic warfare that can be used to fight against those who have did you wrong is now utilized, is given to them. And you're depending on their legal system now to grant you justice, when nature has given you the power to create justice for yourself. But it's only people who don't believe they're just will allow another man or men to define justice for them. Those people don't believe they're just. They believe they're sinners. They believe they're evil. And that slavery should have happened to us because we're sinful people. So that's why justice is now put in the hands of somebody outside of us. We don't trust ourselves with justice anymore. We trust our justice with the white boy. So now, he takes the money that you just used to get out on bond and puts it and uses it to heighten the security to hold you captive. Woo! He just took your bond money and elevated the security of his institution. That's heavy. So he's using his own money, your money, to ensure justice. His type of justice against you, whether he's right or wrong. You cheat. You cheat. You're using all my money to create the reality of justice of your mind. You cheat. Now you can use my money to wage a warfare against me. Well, now we got $1 million. We're going to create a special force for this one nigga. He paid $1 million for bond. Now we're going to create a new task force under his name. Do you understand the point I'm making? They'll say the Chief Malik or Jeff Fort Task Force. The Larry Hoover Task Force. Now we're going to take the money that you invested into our legal system to heighten enslaving you. That's slick. So while we believe in the legal system, we give it the ammunition and the fuel to perform its atrocities against us. We pay for our executions. We pay for our own imprisonments. We pay for it. Because we believe that the system is somehow right and ultimately going to work for us. But the numbers don't add up. How is it going to work for us? And 70% of us are the prison population. The number says that it's not ultimately going to work for us. That it's going to work against us, statistically speaking. So each one of us are going to beat the statistics. The only way we're going to beat the statistics is by creating new ones. By introducing something new into the game. We can't beat the statistics by depending on that which created the damn statistics. We're going to depend on them to somehow wake up and change in favor of us. It's never going to happen. So the real revolution is when we realize that the system is illegal and that the system is unjust against our people. And it's not that it's unjust. It's more important that we have the power to create justice for ourselves than that it is unjust.
Right. Exactly.
Because the Chinese system isn't just for us. The Japanese system isn't just for us. The Korean system isn't just for us. The Arab system isn't just for us. It's not, if we go attack how systems are unjust for us, we can go on forever. So it's not that he's not just to us. It's that we're not just to ourselves by giving our power over to him. Economically, spiritually, energetically, mentally, physically. We give our energy to Him constantly. And we build our own prisons. And we passively enter into them. We build them. We finance them with our work and our energy and our labor. And each one of us do that. And nobody gets off the hook. I was arguing with a socialist on the corner. And she said, man, capitalism, because I always refer to anybody who lives for their own selfish gratification, who don't have a humanitarian purpose to do for others, who live for their own self-profit. I consider them to be a capitalist. That does not agree with Lenin and Marx. That's not what they meant when they said capitalist. They meant those who control the means of distribution. That's who they meant. So, but that's not who I mean. Because the socialist movement is an international movement. International politics are different from national politics. Which is why they'll never have a revolution. The socialists and the workers that you see with these newspapers. Because they're dealing on an international level. They refuse to see the revolution on a local level. They say, well, Germany and the New World Order, and they are doing this. But you're not going to look at revolution on a community level. Because I said, how are you all going to organize 500 people into the Socialist Party? And you think that the business person, you think that the businessman is not going to have a problem with that? It ain't going to be McDonald's. If you take 500 people in the black community and organize them into a socialist group, and I'm talking to the socialists telling them this, you ain't going to have to worry about IBM and the big corporations. The people in the community will come out against you, the capitalists in the community, the small people who are making money off the situations, that are making money off those people will come against you. So you don't got to worry about the big businesses. So I said capitalism is individualistic. It's not just the big businesses and the big manufacturers. It's the individual attitude and the individual personality and the role that they're willing to play in their own liberation. That's capitalism. That's important. That these people cannot get together and have vanguards and put together humanitarian projects because they're interested in making money. That's a problem. There will be no socialist party or no communist party if all the people are on capitalistic endeavors. So they have no time to set up a socialist or a socialistic or communistic government because they're working 9 to 5 in a capitalistic society. So I said, how are you going to create a socialist movement without challenging capitalism at every level of its existence? But they let the petty people off the hook and say, well, we're not talking about the poor businessman. We're talking about the big super businesses. You know why? Because you're selling the damn paper, Mr. Socialist. You're selling books. You are the petty businessman who needs to really become humanitarian. You really want to see socialism happen? Well, give out the paper. Quit being a capitalist. Selling books, selling Bob Avakian books and paraphernalia for the socialist movement, making money. She said, I got Bob Avakian's information about how we can strategize and create an actual revolution. I said, well, let me get it. Oh, it's costs. You a capitalist. I challenged her. She said, well, we need to destroy the government. We need to create a new government. I said, I agree with you. We do need to create a new government. But I said, my European system, if you really believe that creating a new government is going to remove the inherent racist attitude of the white boy, you got another thing coming. He can be racist in socialism. He will be racist in communism. What the hell do you think Hitler was? A socialist, a communist? And he was racist against the Jews under a socialist and communistic philosophy. So racism can, what you think Russia is? Racism can slide into any political structure. If the majority of white people set up a socialist system that's for the people, and the majority of people are white, then that's going to be a racist social system. So I said, if you want a real revolution, the white people must come out of power, and the black people must come into power. That's the only revolution.